This is Wicked Rhody, a wicked good podcast about Rhode Island events and life. Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us on this final episode before Christmas.
I know.
We've got, here's the thing, like, there's so many weird elements of Christmas being on a Monday, I think. I think a big part of it has to do with you're used to having the half day on the day before, but
on
because
Christmas Eve?
On Christmas Eve for work, because you get out early or what have you. But because Christmas Eve is on a Sunday, majority of people, there's a big faction of people that still work on Christmas and Christmas Eve and New Year's and New Year's Eve, and you know that's. But the bulk of the population are the Monday through Friday people, the 9-to-5ers, the
they
office
get the
people.
holidays off,
exactly.
yeah.
So not having that that proverbial checkout period, I think it's crazy. So do you work right up till Friday, the day before the weekend, and just treat it like a long weekend, or have people checked out? I'm curious. I asked people that earlier this week on the radio, and everybody said they've already checked out, and that was Monday and Tuesday. So
right?
Maybe I'm just completely off with this. But
no, I think that this is like the ideal situation when you get to have Christmas on Monday, because some people do get Christmas Eve off, whether it's just the half day, but sometimes people even get the full day off if they save up their time. But to also get the 23rd off, Christmas Eve off, that is really special.
The jackpot has always been when it lands on the Wednesday, because you have, if you're a kid, you get 2 full weeks off. You're not going to go in Monday. And then if you have to work, Monday's kind of a wash because you're just getting back.
Yep.
I think people check out the week before anyway. So it's just interesting how that whole, like, where it falls in the week depends on how much work you're going to get out of your employees if you're a manager or
and
a
if
boss.
you're a stay-at-home, work-from-home mom like myself, you don't have any days off.
Doesn't matter.
Nope. 365, 24/7. So
that's the way it goes.
I wish I could mentally check out.
Well, hey, listen, if you tuned in while you're on the road, already checked out at work, or you're getting some errands done, just sit back, listen, and enjoy the episode. If you hear something that piques your interest, we'll have all the links and info for you in our show notes on our website, wickedroadypodcast.com.
So, Ben, what is the wicked interesting pick for this week?
Well, you know, we've got to realize that we have some time off coming up.
Yes, we do.
For the kids. So it's not just a one event. It's not just a one-off. It is the December school vacation week with the Audubon Society in Bristol there, our friends over there. So they always have great things to do, great things to check out, learning. If you want to learn about birds of our area, all
the nature trails, all the different,
and the weather is not looking too bad. You're gonna have to bundle up a little bit on a few days, but this is a great time to head on down there. You get to learn, you get to see all those different things, and most importantly, you get your kids out of the house.
Yes, I'm all about the mud life right now, because that's all it is right now is mud. Have you noticed that?
No, everything looks fine. Everything
is
fine.
full of mud with the snow melting, and my kids love the mud. So as long as you know that you can tire them out in the mud, you just need to wash them off before they come back in.
Just put in hot water hose out the back and just spray everyone down before they come back into the house. Yeah, so that's happening. If you go to our page, we'll have the links to it. But they just do so many great things all throughout the year over there at the Audubon Society. They just wonderful opportunities to get involved. So that's our suggestion. If you're looking to do something, you don't know what to do with the kids, go check them out at the Audubon Society. So
awesome. That's
our wicked interesting pick of the week. And now here is your wicked fun in the 401.
Santa Con is coming to town. Not only Santa Claus, but Santa Con. And if you don't know what Santa Con is, let me tell you, you're going to want to hold everything's a con. And this Saturday, from 4 to about 1 a.m., you can head on down to East Greenwich. There's a venue there called The Trap, and you get to go dressed as Santa, or you could be one of his little merry elves. Come together for a great cause and a ton of fun. Now, there is going to be a costume contest, prizes, complimentary buffet and drink samples, a DJ, dance party, toy drive, and so much more. So the buffet and complimentary drink samples, that's from about 4 to 8.
Okay.
And then the dance party and costume contest is starting at 9. And this is benefiting Children's Wishes. They want you to bring an unwrapped toy to donate. So I just love this because, I've done some like a lot of people do donate toys and goods, for different various reasons. And I like to joke that I get to be one of Santa's elves. You even see me right now. I'm wearing a big, obnoxious red sweatshirt with green glitter that says Merry and Bright. Like, I think I'm a Christmas elf at heart. And this is an event that you can go dress in your merry finest, dance, and do some good in the world. So that, once again, is taking place Saturday, starting at 4 p.m.
All right. Well, that's a good thing to check out, right? If you're already checked out of work at that point, you might as well. Why not?
Right?
Hey, listen, the Stadium Theater in Woonsocket, one of our favorite places, they have a wonderful concert coming up on Saturday the 23rd at 8 p.m. So if you're in the northern part of the state, head on over to the stadium for Jim Brickman's A Joyful Christmas. This is a wonderful event, and to be honest with you, you could probably get away with bringing a kid who's 10 years and older.
Okay.
Because they will be doing, they'll have songs, there'll be music, and obviously he's a very, very talented piano player. There'll be sing-alongs with the whole thing. It's obviously a upscale event.
Yeah.
But it truly is a wonderful event up there. And then, up at the Stadium Theater, they do so many great things throughout the year. They have wonderful ways that you can get involved through education. They have a gift shop there. You can support them. So go check that out. Of course, this is just the start of all the different things that they have going on throughout the winter. Their calendar never ends. So that's Jim Brickman, A Joyful Christmas. He's going to be playing his grand piano up there at the Stadium Theater in Woonsocket on Saturday at 8 p.m.
So listen, you're going to these events and you're going to be listening to some music. Mm-hmm. You might want to start tapping your toes. You might want to start moving, maybe to burn off some of the extra calories from the candy canes and the cookies and the cakes and all the good stuff. So the Dancing Feeling is a dance studio in Warwick, Rhode Island, right on Post Road.
You and Blake have gone there a few times.
Yeah, and I love it. And they have these events every once in a while that are open to the public. So whether you are a studio member or if you're just the general public. So this Friday night from 8 to 11 p.m., they're going to be having their holiday party. And if you're a member, it's $10. If you're not, it's only $15. If you're a student, and you can get in even cheaper, just $7, really, really cheap. They're even going to have a Yankee swap there if you want to participate, but they're going to have their main floor open and then a separate floor for just beginners. So if you want to learn how to do some dance moves, yet you're a little nervous about it, they're going to even have a special floor just for beginners. You can join their staff. You're going to learn a whole bunch of different ballroom dancing moves, and couples and singles are welcome. So there is no partner needed. You can go at any level. I think this is a great thing to do. You're going to have a lot of friends in from out of town this weekend. You might be looking for something to do that isn't necessarily just come on over or go out to eat and continue this wonderful gluttonous cycle that I love as well. But let's go dance and move and shake and be merry in a different way.
Go have a good time.
Right?
Well, listen, if you're as the weekend, after Christmas, this may be a last-minute gift idea if you haven't shopped for it yet, but the biggest show on ice is coming to the Dunkin' Donuts Center. It is Disney's Frozen.
Oh, my gosh.
On ice. Which, they always say Stars on Ice, or it would be like Mickey on ice.
Yep.
Frozen on ice.
Let's be real.
A lot of cold.
Yeah.
A lot of cold terms going on there. But, you can enter the fantastical winter wonderland beyond imagination as Disney on Ice presents Frozen. It's the heartwarming Academy Award-winning tale you love, and you've heard the music
Let it
over
go.
and over and over.
Love is an open door.
That's what I've heard. Be magically whisked away to a wintry adrenaline by... I said that wrong. It's Arendelle?
Yeah, that's where they live.
That's where they live.
That's where Elsa and Anna are from.
I've seen portions of this movie.
I can tell.
I am not a person who's watched Frozen. I watch the Muppets.
Hey, let's be real.
Why can't they put the Muppets on ice?
Oh, that would probably be a little clumsy.
They do.
They'd be
Yes, of course they
They'd
would.
be very warm, unlike Frozen.
I know.
So Frozen, these characters are like a huge hit year-round, but especially in the winter at all different wintertime events. And I think you're totally right. Rather than just having Disney on Ice, let's have the Queen and Princess of Frozen Arendelle.
Well, the royal sisters will be there, Anna and Elsa.
Can't wait.
Olaf. And word on the street is there will be some other guest appearances from other Disney Pixar favorites like Toy Story, Finding Nemo, Disney's The Lion King. So this is all happening at the Dunkin' Donuts Center. Starts Wednesday, goes right until New Year's Eve, right until the 31st. So this takes you at the start of your holiday vacation. Go check out one of the shows. They have plenty of daytime shows, too, like shows at 11 and 3 o'clock, so you don't have to go out
because it's Christmas
too late.
break. We need to get these kids out of this house.
And if you want to go on on New Year's Eve day, their show is at 3 o'clock, so you'll be in and out of the city, and you'll be home. Plenty of time with the kids, and you can watch one of those faux ball drops.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
That's it. No matter where you live or are in the state of Rhode Island, you're never more than 18 and a half miles from either a border or the ocean. So we give you this segment, compliments of our friends Madonna, to kind of get you in the spirit. Because you know what? Driving to Mass or Connecticut's not that far.
No.
So what do we have this week just over the border?
Winterfest is happening in Mystic, Connecticut, truly right over the border. And I wanted to let you know, Mystic Aquarium, one of my favorite places to check out. They're having an event called Rudolph and Friends. It's happening Saturday from 11 to 3. So you get, of course, that shiny-nosed reindeer. He's going to be over at Mystic. You can meet him. You could take pictures with him, as well as his snowy friend Bumble, a.k.a. it's like the snow monster.
Oh, okay.
But he's friendly at the end of the show.
Did they just make him up? Is he new?
No, he's like that snow monster that chases after Rudolph and the elf who wants to be a dentist, but then the elf who becomes a dentist takes out all of his teeth.
Guy who looks like Tony Dungy, the former coach of the Indianapolis Colts.
Probably.
All right, I like that.
So you get to take a photo with Hermie. Yeah, you watch more than Muppets. Yes. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, this was claymation. This was because we didn't have anything else to watch. We didn't have YouTube back in the 80s.
So Bumble and Rudolph are going to be there, and you can, of course, enjoy all the local seasonal entertainment because it is Winterfest in Mystic. Lots of fun things going on. There's going to be the watery winter wonderland with the beluga whales and seals. You're going to feel like you're at the North Pole yourself. Tons of fun things to do there. Great places to eat. So once again, that is Winterfest with Rudolph and Friends happening at the Mystic Aquarium.
Folks, I know it's a shorter episode, but let's face it, it's Christmas. So aside from going to see family or doing whatever you're doing, or maybe ending up at a Chinese restaurant, there's really just not a lot going on this weekend per se by big public events. Obviously, the things we talked about, you can find all those details on our website at wickedroadypodcast.com. But hey, Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yes, so excited. Hug your loved ones. Go play some board games. Do you play board games over the holidays?
No.
No, that's okay.
I'm a boring person.
So if you do go to any of these events,
play with 2x4s.
There you go. Oh, very safe. Very safe.
That's a board.
If you go to any of these events that we talked about, we would love for you to tag us on social media on Facebook or Instagram, and you could certainly use the hashtag WickedRhody.
For advertising and sponsorship information, you can email us at wickedroadypodcast@gmail.com and get delivered right to the earbuds of your listeners.
Until next time, I'm Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro.
And you've been listening to Wicked Rhody. We'll have more for you next Thursday. Merry Christmas!